Good morning. My name is Nathan Magsig, Supervisor here in Fresno County, and here with us today is our Sheriff, John Zanoni. We wanted to talk a little bit about some public safety issues impacting not only Fresno County, but the entire state of California, and some things that the Sheriff's been working on and I've been working on as well. So, Sheriff, can you talk to us a little bit about California Values Act, SB54? It was passed in 2017.
Absolutely, Nathan. It's SB54. It's the Values Act. It's an act that was passed, and it prohibits us from having communication with our federal partners, especially ICE, which is Immigration and Customs Enforcement, regarding the immigration status of individuals. Now, when they are booked into our jail, many times they're booked in for very serious felonies or violent crimes, but we still cannot contact ICE and let them know that someone who is not here legally or has even a detainer on them has been booked into our jail. So really, it diminishes our ability to provide public safety.
The reason this is so important, and I wanted to bring it to your attention, and I want you to like and share this video and get it out to the masses, is right now there are people in Fresno County Jail who very likely could be here illegally, who might be repeat DUI offenders. In January, I believe we saw somewhere around 9 or 10 DUI-related deaths. And so it's a very serious issue that's affecting not only the person who's drinking and driving, but those individuals, the victims who they're running into. And then, two, you look at just human trafficking. And I think Senator Shannon Grove recently was able to raise the bar on human trafficking. It's now a felony, but we're seeing a lot of individuals who are crossing the border illegally getting involved with human trafficking activities. So can you talk a little bit about that?
So when we're talking about this, I want to make it very clear that we are talking about cooperation with Immigration and Customs Enforcement and our other federal partners regarding individuals who have committed serious crimes, not just individuals who are undocumented. We're talking about people who are committing crimes and are criminals out there in our community preying on other individuals. And where this comes into play is just the other day, we had an arrest for a DUI. The individual was 2 times the legal limit. And when his name was run in the DOJ CAD-CLET system, he is a previously deported, aggravated, violent felon. That's somebody that has been convicted of a violent felony, but they're allowed to be out on our streets. And unfortunately, I cannot contact ICE and let them know that this individual has come into the custody of our jail or has come into the custody of our deputy sheriffs or a CHP officer. And it really ties our hands when in fact the communication would save us all a lot of trouble and would reduce fear in our community. And I'll give you the example is because when that person's booked into our jail, they will spend 3 to 4 hours for a DUI in custody. They're going to be released. Then ICE will see that on the public records of the booking log. They will end up going out to that individual's last known address. And because their job is immigration, not only will they look to detain him and take him into their custody, but they'll also find people that potentially are just here undocumented, are not involved in criminal activity, and they will also be taken up at the same time. Whereas if they were allowed to come to our jail, it would be focused solely on the criminal, and there would be no other, it'd be confined to our jail, and there would spread less fear in our community because ICE, HSI, Customs, and Border Patrol could come to our jail and handle this and deal with the criminals who are the real issue.
When there are individuals that are here in this country, clearly if you cross the border, you don't go through proper channels, you're breaking laws. But individuals who go even further, who are involved with human trafficking, drug trade, get involved drinking and driving, potentially taking someone's life, the bar is being raised. I know that you, Sheriff, take an oath, all elected officials take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the state of California as well as the Constitution of the United States. And right now, our oath is in conflict because of SB54. I know the Trump administration back in 2019 filed a lawsuit that failed at the federal level. But because right now we're seeing public safety issues here locally, and it's not just Fresno County. I know that you've got a Cal Sheriff's meeting next week. You're going to be talking to some of the Cal Sheriffs there. I'm sharing this with all of you because I think more needs to be done. I'm going to be reaching out to the state legislature to see if we can get a bill introduced that will look to change SB54. I'm even open to getting involved with a lawsuit to challenge SB54 because not only is it a violation of our oath this conflict that exists, but there is a real public safety threat that is out there right now. So in closing, what are some of the closing remarks that you'd like to make? And is Cal Sheriff's maybe looking at doing something too?
Yeah, Cal Sheriff's has talked about this. I've talked to 12 of my sheriffs who are my peers, and they are very frustrated with SB54, this so-called Values Act that was passed in 2017. But the message I also want to send out there is that we understand that immigrants and undocumented individuals, they provide valuable services and they do good things in our community. But the criminals, we have to find a better way to handle this with the criminals, because these people are a danger to public safety. They continue to come back into the United States. They can continue to commit crimes, not just here in Fresno County, but across California. And it becomes very frustrating when you have somebody who's in custody for some very serious violent crimes. In fact, some of those crimes involve trying to shoot an assault rifle at our SWAT team when the individual was barricaded inside a motel here in Fresno. And that individual probably has 20 charges on his record at the jail. And I mean, all of them are felonies. But I cannot do a simple thing as just pick up the phone and contact ICE and let them know that he is in custody. I'm not going to do their job for them, but just something as simple as that. The common sense of saying, hey, here's this individual, he's in our jail, just to let you know, so they can do their job as federal law enforcement and handle things and ensure that this individual has a detainer placed on them and can't get back out into our community. But we're being prohibited from doing that. And I think when we're looking at this, criminals are the focus. Not just people who are here illegally, because that is a crime, but that's not our focus. That's not our job as the sheriff's office. Our job is people who commit the crimes like armed robberies, drive-by shootings, gang members, possession of firearms, trafficking 15 pounds of fentanyl down the I-5 that can kill people in our community, and watching those people being able to bail out of jail because they're drug dealers. And our bail amounts in California are low. If that individual had a detainer on him, he would not have bailed out of jail. I guarantee you he went right back to Sinaloa, where he was from, and he's probably involved in the same type of activity over and over again, bringing this poison fentanyl into our state and into our county. We have to make changes. We have to be about law and order. That should be our first focus, law and order, to protect our people that are here doing the right things for the right reasons.
I wanted to bring this quick video to you today because this is an immediate issue. God forbid something happens in the future where someone who is in the sheriff's custody is released because we're not able to work with the federal government. They go out, commit more crimes, and create more victims. So like and share this video. Get word out that we need reform on SB54. Contact your state legislators. Feel free to reach out to my office if I can assist you with anything that is related to Fresno County. You can reach out to the sheriff's office too if there are issues that you need assistance with that fall within his sphere of influence. But we appreciate you taking the time to watch this video today. Thank you.
Thank you.